Welcome back, everyone. Well, people certainly dream of writing a book and getting it published. That's the case with these two North Texans joining me now. They're living that dream, brothers Tanner and Travis McElroy. Travis came up with the idea. Tanner actually wrote the book, War of Wings, and we're going to let you know how you can really be involved in this artistic venture, right?
Yes. Travis and I actually been talking about doing this book for a long time. Actually, we just thought the idea of The Fall of the Angels from Heaven would be this epic film. And so it started out as a concept to do that. I was writing some screenplays, about 10 years ago, and
right.
This was turned into a book because we just had so many details.
And it's one of 3 series that sort of talks about the fall of Lucifer to heaven, right? And the corruption from heaven and the corruption of paradise. We're looking at some of the illustrations now, which I know you've called on an illustrator to do this, and it's pretty phenomenal. So the idea of the book came from where exactly?
Well, growing up, our father exposed us to old classics like Ben-Hur, and we, if we weren't on the field playing baseball, we were playing video games and watching Star Wars. And so we wanted to find a story that really had all of the things we were looking for in a big epic film or book, and so it had everything. Is
this going to draw on the familiarity people have with sort of the religious story of good versus evil, or is it going to turn some of that on its head?
It's definitely
a combo.
It's a combination. People will be familiar with the story, but there's new characters. We took some artistic license, to say the least. So it's definitely got some new aspects. Okay, so here's where people who are watching come in to this. You've gotten the book, a publishing deal with Brown Books. Right. In terms of the marketing, people may not understand this, but getting a book published is just one part of it. That's right.
The next part of it is marketing it. How many bookstores you see it in, how many book signings you go to, how many TV appearances you get. You're raising money separately for that, and you're doing it with Kickstarter, which is actually crowdfunding, right?
Right. Yeah. Basically, it's kind of like a pre-sale for the book. We're just getting people involved, and we've had some amazing support already from family and friends. But yeah, it's just it's an avenue to have people, on the front end get involved with it, and so we're just giving out copies of the book and other things.
So
like that.
I know if you go to Kickstarter now, you've got, I think is it 11 days left?
I think it's 11 or 12.
11 or 12 days, and you want to raise $12,000, and you're almost to 5.
We're almost to 5. So we're getting closer every day. We've been amazed with the amount of support we've had so far. It's also a great way to get the book a little bit cheaper than you will when it does hit bookstores.
Right.
And Tanner will actually be signing it. I may even sign it myself. We'll see.
So if you contribute to the marketing of this book, you get a signed copy. You also get an acknowledgement, a mention in the front of the book.
Yeah. We actually we're putting some people's names in the book that that contribute in the acknowledgement section. We're also on the website, warofwings.com. We're putting people's names.
So it's an interesting way in crowdfunding, I know, from films to all sorts of startup companies, and now in your case, a book. It's a way for people to get involved and attached to an artistic endeavor they really care about.
As hard as it is to get it published, it's just as hard to market it, so we want to use all the aspects we can.
All right, guys, well, we're going to follow your progress. I'm going to be checking in on Kickstarter to see if you make your goal of $12,000 in 11 days. Now, to learn more about War of Wings, we've linked to their website through ours, WFAA.com. Just click on the On TV tab. It is all there for you. Thanks, guys. We'll look for War of Wings. All right, entertainment news coming up next on Midday. Matthew McConaughey, the Hollywood hunk, barely recognizable after a drastic weight loss for a movie role. Of course, it's raising questions. Has he gone too far? And Colleen with the latest forecast.
Yes, it's a cold one, Ron, after we've seen summer appear a couple times here in November. Finally, fall is back, and we're going to see a freeze across North Texas tomorrow morning. I'll have those forecasts and the rest of your 7-day coming up on the other side of the break.